Hello, this is Cheryl with Cheryl's Dashing Designs. Today I am doing a challenge though for Boho Daydreams. It's time to start our June challenge. June's challenge is going to be making something from the kitchen. Find an item that you can make into a small journal. This is one of the items that I made. A small little journal, just one that you can, I made several of these. A friend needed, my little neighbor said, I gotta go find something for under $5 for my little secret pal. On Sunday mornings, they give little gifts once a month for under $5 to their secret pal. And of course, then they have bigger gifts, but that's just something. So it's just a little writing pad. And so what I made this from was a brown gravy package. Let me show you what all I did. I took the brown gravy package. I hate this gravy. I hate it. I don't like it. Mama taught me to make homemade gravy, and that's what I always make. The funny story is, I was having dinner, Christmas dinner for my family, and one of my nieces said that her husband would not eat the mashed potatoes without gravy, so she brought some packages just in case I didn't make gravy. Of course, I had homemade gravy made. So these packages have been sitting in my cabinet. So I threw the gravy away. And what I did is I made this an even cut. Yeah, somebody's walking their dog, so my dog is gonna have to let it be known that this is her yard. Tried to make that even. Cut the bottom off even. And I cut the side. So then what I do, I washed out all the gravy. I dried the package. Let it air out so it doesn't smell like brown gravy. And what I am going to do, I am going to use Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1 on this because this is glossy. And on anything glossy, Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1 works better than a glue stick or art glitter glue or barely art glue. It's just Fabri-Tac has something in it, and this one's not going to work, so let me get this other one. I glue this back. I could cut it off, but this kind of just gives the little spine a little reinforcement. And see, I should have had my mat down. And I have been cleaning, and my mats have been soaking, and I forgot to get them back. Anyway, that is our base. We are also going to make a little box that a piece came out of my little chopper. This had some little blades and all in it. So we'll make one out of that. We'll make one out of this Jello box. I'm not sure if we'll get them all made today, but I will post several videos. And you look around your kitchen and decide what you can make a little small journal with. And I thought, think outside of the box. See, a package. Who would ever thought we could have made a journal out of a brown gravy mix? Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a little over 7. I want this. This is some Ledgers 1908, but these are kind of brittle. I have some Ledgers that are very, very sturdy, and I have some that are very brittle. And the brittle ones do not go to waste. They make perfect collaging. Okay, and this is, I'm going to cut it 4 1/2. cone that. I'm scared I'm going to get glue all over my desk, and I just cleaned it, and it's like, I think I'll use this one. I need something to use as a base. Okay. This will work perfect. I'm going to make sure I line one edge up. I think I want to line that red up and that. And I just want to make sure, yes, that the 1908 is going to fit right in there. What I'm going to do is I put my Fabri-Tac on it. Edges are down good. Take my plastic credit. This isn't a credit card, but it's made like a credit card. I smooth that out. That way you don't get them hard glue bumps. And I want that edge lined up. That edge lined up. That way we'll just have going to go ahead and fold this one time right now, just so I can get a crease in it. And like I said, this ledger is pretty fragile, so it cracked. That's fine, because see what we did? Covered that all with the piece of lace, so you never notice it. Okay. This one, I put some scrap paper in. I think this one, I'm just going to use a piece of the ledger in, and then we'll start decorating it. My little neighbor was so thrilled, and she said that the ladies in her class absolutely love the little writing tablet, because she said they like to keep little notes on their Sunday mornings. And so she's going to make some more now, and actually they're going to have a little craft night and make some. So she asked me if I would teach her how to make some more different things, so of course I will. She said she's never made a craft in her life. She said that's just not something that she did in her family. Her mom didn't craft, and she had so much fun. She's, I think, 74. She just retired. She's getting some Alzheimer's, so she's having a little hard time remembering some things. So I just want to spend some time with her and give her something to do. As a nurse, I miss not having my patients, and so not that I'm going to be her nurse or anything, but I can be her friend. And then her sister kind of reports in, have you noticed anything different about her? Do I need to be taking her to the doctor? And so, anyway, I think it's just kind of the neighborly, friendly thing that we should do for each other. I hope you guys have a special neighbor in your life. Anywhere that I have lived, I've always had some special neighbor. And as you can tell, when I folded it, it's not even. So we will fix that. We'll square this all up. And I tore the the paper right there. Doesn't bother me at all because I'm going to cover it. When little things like that happen, just don't get overexcited. It can be fixed. My mother taught me 40, 50 years ago, that's part of crafting, fixing your mistakes. Okay. Let's see, what do we want? You know, me and my challenges are always using up scraps. Scraps, scraps, scraps. Let's see if I have. This is not big enough for one of my main journals, but it will be big enough for this. So, Sunday and the mailman's out there on special delivery. So Hot Dog has to let her be known that this is her neighborhood. I'm sorry, it's right in the middle of my video, but I could stop this a million times and it doesn't matter that dog's gonna bark. I'm really wanting that 1908 to show. So I think I'm just going to do this for the inner lining. That's where it cracked and everything on us so bad. And what I am going to do is so it doesn't block so bad. That's our outside, and this is our inside. And let's see what we can use for trim. Where's my other scissors? This was just a little scrap piece of paper. Inside. And then this will be on the outside. Yet. Let me, do we want to do this with pinks? Blue? I think we're going to do blue. Since our inside is blue, I think we're going to just do this in shades of blue. Some lace and cheesecloths and all that. But before I go any farther, what I want to do, like I said, these are just little writing pads. So let me get my some paper. is. Almost 4.5. So I think I'm going to do my paper just a little over 4. 1/4. We'll see how that works. Doing is just trying to get some paper so I can make the writing pad on the inside. Let's see if this is a good size. Okay, so we will make some more of that size. Mix up my paper. So I'm going to keep my board in camera. this is 6 times 4, that's 24. So that's pretty good for just a little tiny drop in your purse writing pad. Excuse me. I do need to even up some of these edges. Let me see, did I not bring my thread over here? I did not. Hold on just a second. See if I can find the beginning of this row. Because I like to put long dangles. I think I even put dangles on that. I did. See, I put little button dangles on it. Needle. And of course I'm going to just do it the eyeball method because that's just what I do on these little tiny things. And this one I'll just 3-hoe. I want that to hang so I can put a dangle on it. And don't worry, this has got a crack, but we are going to fix that. Come on, arthritic hands, pull. Back in the center one, try to come back up through the same hoe, and I did not make it. So there we go. Okay. Put this back in here or I'll lose my good needle. These on one side and one on the other side. I want to make sure that they are pulled tight, but don't pull them so tight you tear your paper. And then tie in a knot. right over left, so this one I'm going to go left over right. I will get some let's see. You know what? I think I'll just go ahead and get some buttons and we will go ahead and do that right now while we're on camera. Hangs over a little bit. I didn't pay attention to that, so it will have lace on the edge, or I'll trim it. Some tiny buttons. I try to say all my 2-hole buttons for when I do the 5 pamphlet stitch, but okay, get this needle. I don't like my buttons or my charms to be up in the journal because that'll tear your pages after a while. So what I do is I make a little loop, and then I stick a needle through that loop, and I pull it and make a knot. Then I do it again. And I make a double knot. And then I do the same thing. And you can actually make your double knot at the same time. I just want it big enough that beads or buttons don't slip through it. And that one, I didn't get my 2 knots together, so we're going to knot them together. There we go. Still got some of the thread from their previous use. So I'm going to pick that off. use this thread to trim it. And you can put charms on it. I just, for these little tiny ones, it's just in my purse. These buttons don't get in the way that much. Like I said, most of these challenges, for me, it's using up things that I have in my craft room that I need to thin out. So I'm reusing buttons. Put that needle up because it's easier for me to tie a knot. My stiff hands with a needle. Okay, I'm back. My video stopped, ran out of space, and so I had to go and erase some things and start all over. So, okay. So what I went ahead and did is I sewed the buttons on both of the strings, and I don't ever cut my strings all the way off until I'm at the very end. Let's see, I have decided I am going to use this for my little tie. This is some of Sheila's. I don't want a real long tie. You can tell I don't like lumpy glue, so I use that card all the time. right here. Everything needs a little bit of cheesecloth, doesn't it? Actually use my art glitter now, but I have this out, so we'll just use it. Put that right up against the edge, down. Use some of Sheila's. This was Sheila's silks, and this is some of her dyed trims. And I'm going to cut it off right at the top of the leaves. See this little leaf here? Line right here underneath. Look sometimes to see which is the top and which is the bottom. Sissy. I'm on the video. She's really giving that ball what for right now. Sorry about that. Hey, I'm on the video. Stop, please. What I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to cover the spine up, but I'm not covering, because see, that covered that up, that covered that up, where you remember it was peeling. So I just have a little piece right there. So I think just for reinforcement, I'm going to put this flower right here, and I'm just going to kind of do like that. And then we will trim it. This is some of the trims I got from Sheila. Get all that off so it doesn't make it lumpy and bumpy. As this week goes on, I will probably go ahead and post this one, but as the week goes on, I will post more things that we can make. from different items from the kitchen. It's kind of a fun little challenge. And I am excited to see what all you post, what you find in your kitchen. I saw somebody use a paper towel tube. You can be any way to make a small journal of using something from the kitchen. To make just a little small pocket, so if you have this in your purse or in your hand or in your Bible or in your book, if you have a little paper or a little note or something you need to stick in, that'll fit right there. I can let this dry now because I put glue up there at the top. Did not mean to do that. Glue on there. I was trying to glue the trim down and a lace right here, or if I just want it flat, since it's going to be a writing tablet. I think I'm just going to leave it. If I decide to put something on it, I will show you. And I will cut my strings to my buttons, my little charms. And now this is just a little tablet that you can just slip in your book and your... That's one thing I made from a gravy pack from the kitchen. And that's the back of it. And it all took less than an hour. So I hope you're inspired to make something quick, find something in your kitchen, and join this challenge. I will have all the rules. The rules will be under events, and I will add more videos as this week goes on. We will do one out of a box, out of a little brown box, and I hope you show your things so others can be inspired by what you make. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.